We do not have evidence on the laptop that Hunter sex trafficked minors. The women that he trafficked were from ages 18 to 22. So they're very young, younger than his daughters, grossly. But on pages 233 and 234, we literally list the when, where, who, and what. So the date of the sex crime violation, the district that it was located in, the contact information of the person involved, so the pimp, hooker, etc., and then the exact statute that he violated. So there's no wiggle room of the naysayers. So we put all of the evidence. So for example, on line like 35, we talk about a sex trafficking violation that took place on November 27th, 2018 and following. He trafficked a poor woman, 19 at the time, named Joanna Rush, from California to Connecticut, and then they drove down to New York City to stay in the Lombardi Hotel. It's a clear violation of 18 USC 1952 BI 1 2422A, which is the Mann Act, and then New York Penal Law 230. These are
And
statutes. Yeah,
the reason for that is it doesn't have to be a minor in order for it to be a sex trafficking crime.
of course, and
Okay.
it can any person that moves another across state lines for the purposes of prostitution is guilty of a federal felony. This is exactly what Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of, and R. Kelly. Ghislaine Maxwell, my friend Kenakoa, Eric, he wrote a piece showing, using our report, how Hunter violated the Mann Act just as much as R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell did. It's insane. This was brought up in the testimony from the two IRS whistleblowers, Gary Shapley and Joe Ziegler. So we go through all the sex-related crimes. There's 191, and these are state and federal laws and regulations. Again, we have all of his text messages, all of his emails. So what we do for somebody who hasn't looked at the report, and the report is free to read online, bidencrimes.info, or our website, marcopolousa.org, they'll see the correspondence, some of the times the pictures of the sex act that Hunter was having with the female, and then the mode of transportation that Hunter Biden paid for the women. Uber receipts, Amtrak receipts, airfare. It's insane, the amount of primary source evidence. And it's all his. He, again, for the record.
Yeah. No, because I just got to illustrate. This presumably was in the hands of others because from what I understand, it's not the first time Hunter might have lost a laptop. There was the discussion that some Russian hooker had stolen his laptop. This is, raise your defense. It was just a legitimate date, and she happened to live in California, and I lived in New York. Raise that at a trial. Prima facie, very serious crimes that are presumably prima facie in the hands of foreign interests that are adversarial to national interests of America. And this is, I mean, it's just mind-blowing, Garen.
This is really, those hypotheticals are really fun for me, because when I wrote the report, I had to take stuff out because other people on our team, an attorney, an accountant, a digital forensics guy, were always the monkey on my shoulder saying, what if they put up this defense? Where is the plot? They were always, and justly so, looking for the plausible deniability angle. What in this gives Hunter plausible deniability? What's in this report is those situations where Hunter has no plausible deniability. If, for example, the defense was put forth that she was his girlfriend, we have clear text message evidence proving that she wasn't. Hunter would solicit them online, then get their contact information to put in the airline traffic fields. And then we have the email notification going to his burner account, droidhunter88@gmail.com, with the airfare. So there's no wiggle room here. In fact, we give him the benefit of the doubt in the case of Hallie Biden, who was his girlfriend, and he did pay, right? The Hunter Biden dated and slept with and filmed sex videos with his brother's widow. This is the American First Family. And this is not one of those, wholesome Old Testament situations where the woman doesn't have any kids and the guy is single.
Garrett, I was literally going to add that as a joke because in Judaism, you're supposed to marry the widow of your brother.
Yes, if you're single, and she is, right? Because the only thing that stops marriage is death. and desertion and adultery, etc., in terms of divorce. But the level of carnal satisfaction that he experienced over the course of a decade is Nero-like. When I've been to 13 U.S. states, I have 37 to go by the end of 2024. When I go on my speaking circuit, which is our great grassroots events, I literally just have a projector in my laptop going through the dossier. There's the thing that gets the reason why I'm bringing this up is the thing that people are awed by is the amount of primary source evidence. So everything that you and I are discussing, like this situation on November 27th, 2018, this is not conjecture. You literally see with the genitals blurred out. You literally see the foot job with the airplane ticket in the report. There's no extrapolation. We say, for example, on page 254, and I won't, just hear me out. Minutes later at 11:05 p.m., Hunter solicited sweet cakes, and based on the female's text messages, Hunter submitted his phone number on a forum Sweet Cakes Use. This is her hooker name. She said, "Thanks for responding." After some logistical back and forth over rates, the female, whose code word was Brazil, directed Hunter to a now inactive website where he could examine several naked photos of the female, end quote, before deciding on next steps. So we literally have the URLs of these hookers' websites and profiles, Hunter patronizing those websites, and then we have the Wells Fargo email receipts proving that he paid them for sex.